Hi singing friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Mickey here, your friendly neighborhood singing coach. Today is Yom Kippur, which is the highest, holiest day of the year for Jews, and I'm not eating, I'm fasting, but I am drinking black coffee and a little bit of water, which you're not really supposed to do, but I wouldn't be functional otherwise because I'm very addicted to caffeine and I would get a horrible migraine. So if I seem a little low energy today, that is why, but I figured it's okay to react to this band in particular, Earth Drive, because they're kind of like a psychedelic type of music. It's a little bit hypnotic and a little bit less, I wouldn't say less intense, but there's something a little bit more spacey about them. So it's almost more meditative, and in that way it feels less like work to me. I know that's a little bit tortured logic, but I'm somebody who's filled with anxiety constantly, and so if I'm not doing something all day long, I'm gonna spin my wheels and drive myself crazy. So that's why I'm reacting today. This is a request from Mike Gehrman. It is for the song Spectra by the band Earth Drive, and this is a lyric video. So he writes, this is from their previous album, Helix Nebula, and all of their videos are produced by the band. And he also gave me a little bit of background information about the band. So they are Sarah Antunes on vocals and lyrics, Hermano Marquez on lead guitar and music, Fernando Matias on bass and mixing, and Sebastião Santos on drums. Hopefully I pronounced their names correctly. If I didn't, please do correct me. All right, first impressions, I really like how heavy the drums are, and I like the monotone bass, that da-na-na-na-na-na to see, but it kind of already like sets the tone that this is gonna be like heavy and hypnotic. And I also like the visuals. That face almost looks like those red light masks that influencers are hawking all over Instagram and TikTok for like anti-aging properties that always like really freak me out. I'm like, why would anybody buy that? And then like you're laying in bed next to your spouse and they look like a serial killer or something. But maybe they really work and rejuvenate your face. All right, so a few things. I really like the verse. I like that melody that's like, or whatever the rhythm is, you know. So we're in C minor, and I really like her tone. She's singing in a very like delicate, intimate, breathy, gentle way, and it sounds like she's really like close to the mic. So it almost feels like she's like singing into your ear, you know, which like gives it this really nice intimate quality. I like that the melody is not moving across a big melodic range. It's got like a limited kind of range, and it feels a little bit more monotonal or monochromatic, and that also kind of like adds to that hypnotic quality. I like the lyrics so far. Yeah, there's a couple words that stuck out to me, like lost, you know. I'm not sure what this is about yet, but I really do like their kind of like abstract, poetic, lyrical stylings as well. Also, this kind of like reminds me of The Matrix, you know, and I like the close-up of the mouth singing the lyrics. So far, very cool video. I like it a lot, and very cool song. Like how the guitar kicked in on the chorus, and she kicked it into second gear in terms of her intensity. She leaned into that connection, that the way you want me, the way you need me, you are unfaithful, or whatever the lyrics are. And it has that minor second in there, which is very dissonant and definitely ramps up the tension. Yeah, very, very cool. Pride is all lost and blue inside your eyes. Faces all around into So definitely more vocal intensity in the second verse. I like that I hear words being repeated. Like she definitely says lost more than once, and shadow, and sound. So there's kind of like repetition that makes it stickier. And the chorus is pretty hooky and catchy, that the way you want me, the way you need me. That definitely sticks in my ear right away. It looks like the video to me is a combination of stock imagery, because some of the images I feel like I've seen similar things before, and video that they shot themselves of the close-up of, I'm assuming it's Sarah's mouth singing the lyrics. But I think it's like a nice marriage of the imagery, and I think it works well for a lyric video. Yeah. So far, very cool. So we've got this like instrumental section here. This sounds very metal to me. The guitars are very hard. I like that like riff. It's like, very, very cool. I like that riff. It sounds very, very metal. And the combination with the hard hitting drums. It's an interesting juxtaposition between like the music being like super, super heavy and her voice having these moments of like quiet intimacy. Lyrically, it's kind of taken a turn. In the beginning, I thought it was more just like an obsessive kind of love song where she's like, if I can't save you, then I'll be lost. But then it gets to the chorus and it's like, you've been unfaithful, right? The way you treat me, you've been unfaithful. So it definitely got darker lyrically. Cool. So after the instrumental section, there was that bridge that sounded more psychedelic, where it's like your mind is on the edge, right? It was like an F to like an E flat there. So it definitely sounded much more like melodic. And I thought that the imagery in the video looked more psychedelic as well. So it matched lyrically what was happening. And then it went to this like really heavy kind of like outro part with the you can fuck me this way or whatever. It's cool. You're a fool. That kind of lyrics at the end. So it got like very dark. And then that sounded much more like metal at the end. And it sounded like the riff from the instrumental was continuing under there. So yeah, it definitely was like a journey. It's a long song. It's almost 6 minutes long. And it had a lot of like dynamic development, right? It started really quiet in the first verse and intimate, and then the guitars kicked in on the chorus. Then the second verse was a little bit more intense. Chorus came back. Then they had that like really heavy metal instrumental, the kind of like hypnotic psychedelic bridge, and then it gets really heavy again at the end. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's really interesting. I think musically, it's a nice marriage of disparate elements in that it is very heavy sometimes, and then her voice has this like quiet intimacy and this like really beautiful delicacy to it as well. So she can sing heavy and intense and kind of match the music, but she also has the ability to sing in those more quiet dynamics. And then I think for a lyric video, I thought it was a pretty entertaining video, and that the images matched well what was going on. Like in the psychedelic bridge, there were more like psychedelic visuals, like trippy kind of And then there was one point in the end where there was like a repeating figure and they had the spinning, right? That was kind of like glitching. So I felt like it matched really well visually what was happening. Lyrically, I thought it was interesting. There was enough there that I could grab onto right away. And it does have that like abstract quality to it, but you still have a sense that there is a story there, that it's not just like nonsense or like free association or something. So on the whole, I think it's really cool. I really like them, and I think they're unusual and surprising. And I'm always tickled when things are surprising. So hopefully you enjoyed my reaction, Mike, and I will see you guys here next time. Until then, happy listening, happy singing, keep practicing, and yeah, have a good day. Hopefully you're not starving like me. Bye.